Lief and the Fall by Allison Sweet Grant and Adam Grant. Illustrated by Mary Lee Lydiard. Lief is a leaf, a small green leaf with browning edges, who lives in a big oak tree. The breeze is blowing harder, Lief says to himself. The days are getting shorter. It's nearly fall. Lief knows that in the fall leaves fall from the trees, and Lief is worried. I don't want to bump my head, Lief says to his friend Laurel. I don't want to skin my knee. I do not want to fall. Let's figure out a way for you to catch yourself, Laurel says. All leaves fall in the fall, the other leaves say. But Lief is determined, and with Laurel's help, he comes up with a plan. The next day, Lief and Laurel gather twigs and build a net. Now you can use the net to catch yourself, Laurel says. But holes in the net are too big, and Lief is too small. He would slip right through. Lief tosses the net to the ground below. You're wasting your time, the other leaves say. All leaves fall in the fall. But Lief comes up with another plan. This time, Lief and Laurel gather vine to secure Lief to a branch. Now, no matter how strong the winds blow, you'll be able to hang on, Laurel says. But Lief accidentally wraps himself too tight. Help! He cries. I'll get you out, Laurel says, and hurries to help Lief wriggle free. Lief tosses the vine to the ground below. You're wasting your time, the other leaves say. All leaves fall in the fall. But Lief comes up with yet another plan. This time, Lief and Laurel build a kite out of bark and moss. You can soar your way down and land in a nice, soft patch of grass, Laurel exclaims. But the tail of the kite gets tangled in the branches, and Lief ends up going nowhere at all. He tosses the kite to the ground below. You're wasting your time, the other leaves say again. All leaves fall in the fall. But still, Lief tries again. A swing, a trampoline, a parachute. Lief tries everything he can think of. But none of his ideas quite work, and they all end up tossed to the ground below. Lief hangs from his branch, feeling very disappointed. Laurel is sad too. You had a lot of good ideas, Laurel says. We told you, taunt the other leaves. You were just wasting your time. All leaves fall in the fall. Days pass. The air grows cooler. The wind blows stronger. Lief's edges turn browner. All leaves fall in the fall, he thinks, and he feels as if he has failed. Lief hangs from his branch, shivering and afraid. Laurel gives him a squeeze. All of a sudden, the wind churns and the branches shake, and with one large, cold blast, Lief can hang on no longer. And Lief falls right onto his pile of discarded ideas. All the ideas that Lief threw away, the ones he'd tossed to the ground because he thought they'd never work, made a structure tall enough and strong enough to stand on. Lief cannot believe his eyes. He stands up and smiles. Then he grabs Laurel's hand, and together they walk right down to the ground below. The end.